to day 33. God, I'm beginning to lose count. Ow! My cat just bit my leg. What are you doing? This is Mama Kitty. She just bit my leg for no reason. She wants some attention. She wants some attention. Say hello, I'm down here. You see me? Okay. She's a spoiled kitty. And she knows it. I call her Mama Kitty because when I first took her in, I really wanted one of her kittens. She had a litter of kittens. I saw an ad, and the guy was moving away to a different state and said, I can't take her. So I said, okay, I'll just foster the mother and all the other kittens until the little kitten I want grows up. And I ended up keeping her and none of the kittens. I adopted them all out. So I've had her for a few years. And I'm so glad I kept her because she's such a joy. Waist is 25 3/4. Hips are about 36 1/4. Thighs are just 1/8 of an inch over 20. Scale says 128.2. So, feeling good. I feel really good on a fruitarian diet. I don't even remember the last time I felt any kind of pain or discomfort in my body. I feel really good. Lots of energy. And just an overall soothed feeling. Like my body has been soothed really well. That's how I can explain it. Fruit is just so nourishing, makes you feel really good. And when you eat nothing but fruit, you feel awesome. So, I wanted to mention dried fruit. Dried fruit is an excellent alternative to processed candy or any kind of sweets. Dried fruit, in essence, is just fruit that has been devoid of its water. Not completely, but the mass has shrunken considerably because all the moisture, water, has been taken out of it. So there's a difference between dried fruit and cooked fruit. Not the same thing. However, I just recently I was reading up about dried fruit, and I read that some store-bought dried fruit is actually boiled or cooked in some other way before it is put on the market. So really the best thing to do is dry your own fruit at home. That way you know it's not been coated in any weird chemicals like sulfur dioxide or any kind of preservative. They coat the dried fruit in things to preserve color, and sometimes they put oil on it to keep it from clumping. I think they do that with raisins. That's why they're so shiny, because they're covered in oil, and you definitely don't want to eat oil. Just one quick note: bottled oil is not healthy. I know that's very, very, very conflicting because so many nutritionists and dietitians and doctors. No, Mama. Oh, Mama. not supposed to be. But I spoil her, let her do whatever she wants. That's my fault. What was I saying? Oh. So yeah, I know a lot of doctors and nutritionists and dietitians recommend olive oil and other kinds of oil. However, it's not healthy. Oil is liquid fat, and fat is not supposed to be consumed just by itself, just on its own with no other nutrients with it. Like, well, every fruit contains some amount of oil, some amount of fat. Oil is basically just liquid fat, fat at room temperature, and then when it gets cooler, it clumps up into a solid. So I have some sunflower seeds here. There's tons of fat and oil in these, healthy, non-fattening. But this is how it's supposed to be consumed, with the whole seed, with the protein, with the vitamins, with the minerals, and with the moisture. It's not supposed to be just taken out of the seed and consumed all by itself. That's not the way Mother Nature wants us to eat. If Mother Nature wanted us to eat just oil, she would have lakes of oil for us to drink. But no, we have to consume it with all the other nutrients so it digests properly and does not damage any of our organs or tissues. So when we start messing with food like that, that's when problems can arise. So, you want to stay away from bottled oil. I think I have a sample. Well, here's an empty bottle. It's not mine, I don't use it. I just have this bottle. So, zero protein, zero carbohydrates, zero sodium. Sodium is good, by the way. Your body needs sodium. Every fruit and vegetable has some amount of sodium, so don't be afraid of sodium. It's the processed salt that you want to stay away from. Like salty French fries, salty chips. That's the sodium that you don't want. The unnatural sodium. It's just fat, that's it. Not a significant source of cholesterol, obviously, because it's vegetable oil, and only meat and dairy only animal products contain cholesterol. Not a significant source of dietary fiber, sugar, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, or iron. It's all just fat, just pure fat. You're just drinking fat. It's totally unnatural when you don't drink it, but you pour it all over your salad or fry it and fry food in it, heating this up and boiling it till it's popping. It's so unhealthy. Heated fat is not healthy to consume. Really, heated anything is not healthy. Heated protein, the protein structure gets all damaged and deformed, and you're putting that in your body. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. So yeah, stay away from oil. I went on a tangent there about oil. Oil is not healthy. I don't eat it. I don't put it on anything. You consume it with the whole food, with all the other nutrients. Okay? Coconut has tons. Coconut, the fat in coconut is nearly 100% saturated. But am I getting fat off coconut? What do you think? Am I getting fat off coconut? You be the judge. I eat tons of this stuff. It's completely non-fattening. But yeah, lots of oil in here, lots and lots and lots of oil. But I eat it with the pulp. I don't extract it and just eat it all by itself. So, when people say fat, you really have to distinguish between healthy fat, healthy whole food fat, and bottled oil and animal fat. You can't categorize all those fats together. That is incorrect. Okay? Eating this way is eating fat the healthy way. This is the unhealthy way to eat fat. A big slab of dead cow is an unhealthy fat. Yogurt is an unhealthy fat. The fat, like I said in the earlier video, the fat in cow milk is different from the fat in human milk. It doesn't digest the same way. That's why our bodies get large and deformed when we eat a lot of non-human mammal milk. Because we are humans, and when we eat non-human mammal milk, the body is like, well, what is this? This is not for me. I'm not a cow, I'm not a goat, I'm not a whatever else people eat. Okay, I'm going to wash down those seeds with a strawberry. These strawberries are delicious, they're organic. You can really taste the difference between organic strawberries and non-organic. Non-organic, they just taste like pesticides, but these have a really true sweet strawberry flavor. Oh. So dried fruit. I kind of consider dates a dried fruit a little bit because they are kind of dried out looking. But they're still very moist, but this is the closest thing I have. I had some dried mango earlier, but I ate it all because it was so delicious. But again, dried fruit is an excellent alternative to candy. The moisture is evaporated and all the sugars that were floating around in the water, when the water starts to evaporate, all the sugars start to just compact together, and you have like this really concentrated source of sugar, and that's what makes it so sweet. So, pound for pound, you get a lot more calories and a lot more sugar when you eat dried fruit. However, the vitamin C has been reduced. Reports say that vitamin C and some other nutrients are reduced when the fruit dries out. So you get more of some nutrients and less of some nutrients. But it's still, I don't believe it's unhealthy to eat because dried fruit can occur naturally in nature. A fruit can dry out in the sun, so I don't think it's harmful to eat. But you definitely want to eat lots of fresh, water-rich fruits as well, like more of this, because you need that water. So you don't want to eat nothing but dried fruit. I mean, you could and be healthy, I think, probably, as long as you're getting your liquids too. But if you crave candy, dried fruit is really good. Just make sure, you have to be careful what kind you buy, because sometimes, usually the raisins are coated in oil to keep them from clumping. That's what makes them so shiny. And some fruit is cooked and boiled and coated with sulfur dioxide. So all these treatments have been done to it, rendering it unhealthy. So really the best way to eat dried fruit is to make it at home yourself. Okay, so when you start getting really crazy cravings, make sure you have some dried fruit around so you can oink out on that and not go buy a bag of cookies at the store, because I've done that before. I've done that before. I'll eat almost the whole bag and I'll just feel like just polluted and toxic after I eat that kind of stuff. Stomach aches. Who wants stomach aches? I don't remember the last time I got a stomach ache on eating fruit. You can eat it's just so amazing. You eat a whole bowl of this stuff, you feel awesome. If this was filled with Laffy Taffy or Hershey's candy bars, I would feel a lot different if I ate this whole bowl. That's just, and again, it's not how much you eat is what you eat. Okay, it's a beautiful day and I don't want to miss any more of it. Sitting in this house, I'm going to get outside and get some vitamin D and some exercise. Thank you for watching.